I think we're live.
We are.
Brown 45! Brown 45! Hot, 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 hot!
Hours of commercial-free football start now.
Coho made the title card. Who else made the title? I just looked up and saw Coho. So
I mean, I've been in the title card for a couple of weeks, haven't
I just never watch it. I just listen to it. Welcome. Hey guys, we're here. We've made it. Probably I can firmly say this. This is my favorite thing we've done since I joined this community, to be honest with you. Like, I actually look forward to this podcast every week to talk football. Who knew it'd finally happen after all these years? But me and Nazario, after our call, said, you know what we should do? And we've done it and having a lot of fun. Scully shows up for once. That's nice. But
I almost didn't.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, so we're on the final week. Again, we will continue our coverage throughout the whole playoffs and into the Super Bowl. I have a whole themed for a prop bet to determine, like, to add more wins and losses to the counter to see who would win by some fluke things without picking games. But on the podcast, Coho, it says the King. You convinced Robert Kastner to go with the Vikings, even though he was pretty confident that the Green Bay would win. Bad season. Just bad season. How you doing?
you? I thought Jaron Hall looked not great, but, like, I would rather see him get reps than
He's
Nick Mullins, who is terrible. Nick Mullins is...
No, they're both bad.
Hall was fine. He's not good, but he's fine. I mean, I honestly was like, just put Dobbs in at this point. Let's let Dobbs try again. Like, we don't have anything to lose, so I don't care. Someone play quarterback, and we'll see if we win one more game, or we can lose and get a top 10 pick. So
Nazario, first round, bye for the team.
Yay!
Locked it in. Even when linemen go up to the referee to report eligible. Still not eligible. But yeah, how are you feeling? Number one bye. You got some injuries, but you got basically 2 weeks to get them right before. So that's the most important. How you feeling?
I'm just glad it's in 18 weeks. It's been a full season, and I did it. I showed up in every single episode wearing a red shirt.
Is that true?
Yeah.
someone back check him.
Nice.
Payson will know.
Other than that, yeah, like this Sunday, man, probably I don't think Purdy's gonna play. Like, he may play like a quarter or something just so he doesn't go too cold. CMC is definitely not playing. I think Devo is also 50-50.
You
It
shouldn't
doesn't
start
matter.
one human being that can be injured. Not one human being should be on that. You should have a bunch of practice squad guys for the week. Like, fake injuries. You should not play anybody that can be active on that roster. That would, I think you and the Ravens both. I think it's just suicide.
Yeah,
Well, last
given
time
the
the
fact
Ravens
that
did that, it
the
was
Rams hate us. The Rams hate us, so they're gonna go for blood, even though it basically doesn't matter for them either because they already locked up the playoff spot. So it's gonna be one of those games. We'll see.
Next up, Mark, you've made it. Only 3 of us have been here for every episode. We have made it to the end of this regular season. Playoffs will be in a whole other beast. Yeah, how are you doing?
I guess I'm okay. Just I can't remember if I bitched about fantasy football last week. I think I did. Yeah, I'll do it again here. This is a bunch of bullshit. I think it's rigged. I think also the NFL is also rigged. I mean, come on. We saw what happened in Detroit. It's rigged.
Wild.
They'll send us a script, next week, and we'll figure out who wins the Super Bowl.
Okay. So this one's going to be a little long-winded because he's never here, and I don't get to say this often. I'm going to eat crow. on this one. I just don't understand what happens in Chicago, where they make him look so terrible, and then like week 7, they figure out the offense that would have worked the entire time for him, and then he starts winning. Like, Justin Fields is your guy. Keep him at this point. Get Marvin Harrison Jr., because if you get Marvin Harrison Jr. and DJ Moore on the same field, I just don't like anybody's chances of guarding them. Like, DJ Moore, honestly, that trade will go down as one of the worst trades, like, in NFL history. The catches that he makes, and they got a first-round pick in, like, back-to-back years, that's just stupidity. Scully, your wife had looks
Number one both years.
Yeah. And Bryce Young was literally one of them. Crazy. Yeah, Scully, I'll give you your flowers. Go ahead. You can talk. I mean, you're not making the playoffs, but literally this far of a jump and your defense looks good. Like, I think this could be the turn of the cow. I mean, the Bears will fuck it up next year, but they have a shot to make it look a little bit presentable for right now. So go ahead, talk your stuff.
I mean, it's why I said that 7 to 8 wins was the floor for us. Like, bare minimum, we should be winning 7 or 8 games this season because there's too much talent and too much potential on both sides of the football to not succeed. And it's been held back by poor coaching and inconsistent quarterback play, no matter who's under center. But I'm optimistic. I think no matter what road we go down, either we trade back again for another massive haul with Washington or New England or New York, or if we decide to, take Caleb Williams and trade Justin Fields for essentially the second round pick we traded away for Montez Sweat. No matter what happens, it's a win. Like, I'm just tired of all the debates on social media about what should happen at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's going to be whatever package looks most enticing to polls. Is it the offer for the number 1 pick, or is it the offer for Justin Fields? And if Caleb Williams really has measured out to be the generational prospect that he is. So we'll see what happens. I'm okay with either outcome, honestly, at this point. And if you can stack your team with not even Marvin Harrison, if you can stack your team with a Malik Neighbors or Romo Dunze, as you saw last night, those are game-changing players who will be coming to the NFL this spring. And yeah, I love the way the defense is playing. The defense is back on top of Chicago, which I love.
Listen, Caleb Williams, no, don't draft him. Man cries on stadiums. Chicago will literally chew him up and spit him out. He does not want to play for the Bears. I promise you that. He does not want to go cold weather. That's that. Onward turns. Okay, so welcome to the show. Welcome to Hit Stick. Listen, an offensive lineman does not run a route in the NFL without reporting eligible. It's legit a lineman 101. And I'm more upset. I'm not upset because of the bet with me and Nazario. Like, that was a far-fetched dream anyways. I still think if they didn't clinch, they would have won against the Rams to just close it out. Like, that was in the cards. My thing, once the Lions lost to the Bears, that bet was done. My problem is how the NFL is treating it, that it's on the player. Like, it's not on the player went up and report. They're like, hey, you should have gotten his attention. You should have waved. You should have done anything. No, his only job is to go up to the head referee and go, I am reporting on this play. And the thing is, Dan Campbell And Mike McCarthy, before the game, talked to the referees and talk about, hey, there are certain plays that are going to come up where he's going to become eligible. They talk to you about it. They tell you the full game plan to the referees before the game happens. And then for Decker to catch that thing, so here's the argument. This game has a lot to unpack in it. A lot. Mike McCarthy's terrible management of the clock in the final minutes. Like, to throw it, to run it, to throw it out of bounds, leave a minute 40, then run it, then kick it, is absolutely insane. They had 2 timeouts. They would have gotten the ball back with like a minute left, maybe a minute 40 or whatever, or 40 seconds. To give them a minute and 40 and a timeout, like to just like use, to, like, I guess it wasn't a timeout, but it's still a minute 40 to chuck down the field to time it. Awful. Dan Campbell going for it on 2, I 100% agree with the call. Like, 100%. I understand, go for the field goal, tied. They could not stop CeeDee Lamb all night long. What makes you think in the fourth and in the overtime you're going to be able to stop CeeDee Lamb when he is literally cooking you? So go for 2. But once it got pushed back, that's when you settle for the field goal. You had 1 shot. You don't settle for that many shots. I just think, I think the refs screwed Detroit out of it 100%. Like, there's no questions. There's a scenario that they will meet back up in the first round. Like, not in the first round, because that would be a loss. But they could meet in the second. Like, if this is the case, like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. What were your guys' take on the game? Nazario, I'll give it to you first. Yes, you won, but, like, thoughts?
Oh, man. My feelings is sometimes the world is kind of telling you something, right? You went for 2. You had the balls. You wanted to do the statement thing. Cool. They call a flag on you. Okay. Now you're fucking 7 yards back. And why are you still going for it? And he went for it. Cool. And he threw an interception. But there was an offside, so he gets another shot. At what point do you say, you know what, we tried. Let's kick the fucking extra point. We'll figure it out in the overtime. Like, that was just being stubborn. Like, everybody in that stadium was like, what the hell is this man doing? And the point is, like, if it was a meaningless game, fair, you just want to try some crazy ass lineman, short pass combination, whatever. It meant something. One, you would have beaten the Cowboys, which, by the way, it was ridiculous the fact that they were that close in the first place. Like, the Lions should have won that game by 10 points. But you get to still check, and beat the Cowboys. Instead, you look like a fucking dumbass, and you give the fucking Cowboys the path to a division title, which they don't deserve. It's just, it's frustrating. It's the same shit with the fucking Giants and the Rams and Sunday. I mean, you have nothing to lose. Cool. You go for 2. You fucked up. You still get the ball back. You drive. You make the fucking drive, and then you kick. What was it, like 30-yard field goal and fucking miss it? Like, sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes people just suck.
Yeah, go ahead, Scully.
We can talk about the decision making all day. Honestly, it's Dan Campbell. I mean, you know that he's got balls of steel. You know that he's going to make decisions like this, no matter the game he's playing in, and you know that no matter what, he's going to give his team the best chance to win the game. And it's not like these were bad play calls, but like these were all legitimately good plays, and it came down to player performance. Now, the last play, it was just a bad throw from Goff, and they had a chance regardless of the penalties to put the ball in the end zone. However, we come back again to the ineligible man that what should not have been called, because it's also up to the defense to look at who's there. You should know who's going to be the eligible man downfield.
To be fair, they did address this. They did say that sometimes they have 2 or 3 people go up to the referee at the same time, to so only one of them declares, and it's
Yeah,
kind of
but
like to
you
throw
see
people out.
video.
I
Decker
don't know
was the only
if
one
everybody
who
did.
actually went up.
No, the
It
video
was
shows
Decker.
70 running up later
Yeah.
after the ref walked away.
No, that's weird.
Scully, you there?
Is he frozen?
Yeah. Mark, your take on it.
I don't know. It's such a. I mean, it's just such a bummer way just to end a game, and I feel like we've said this.
I mean, I kind of loved it.
I mean, it like I just like the how it all took place. Like we felt like we saw something like really cool, like this, like at a 2-point conversion, end off the game, walk off win, really awesome. And it's almost like, when for that minute and a half we thought La La Land won Best Picture. For that, like a minute and a half we thought Detroit won this game. And then the refs are like, "Oh shit, we gotta throw his flag down." Like, this guy was like, he didn't report, and everybody's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I also don't really love the narrative after this game, where they're kind of who is the main ref here? Dennis Allen, is that? Yeah, like they're trying to say like, oh, like his crews had bad calls like all throughout. All those bad calls you were bitching about. It was this guy. They're like trying to like sell like, no, this guy.
Maybe fire that guy then.
But
There's just no accountabilities for the refs.
No, yeah, because all your refs suck. All of the refs are terrible. Like, don't just like scapegoat this one guy who is probably terrible at his job, but everybody's terrible at this. Like, we're watching the games.
Well, what's worse is that they're giving him the Steelers-Ravens game on Saturday, and that game could decide who the 6 and the 7 seeds are in the AFC.
Yeah,
like that kicks off the weekend. So
But
events
if
in
the
that
Ravens
game,
don't, if the Ravens don't sit their people, that is the dumbest move ever. Why?
well, again,
For
it's a
Lamar's MVP?
also for the rivalry.
yeah.
But that doesn't fucking matter when you're the fucking.
But also, no matter what, events in that game will directly affect the coaching
I agree.
mindset of the team on Sunday.
I
so,
agree.
yeah, it's
I think that Dan Campbell was coaching mad. I think Mike McCarthy was coaching obliviously. I think they made terrible mistakes. And I think at the end of the day, the Lions got fucked. The Lions could have absolutely just calmed down and made it to overtime and maybe had a chance to win in overtime. But I think Campbell deserves a lot of criticism for the stubbornness. I think McCarthy deserves a lot of criticism for the clock management. I also think that's getting lost to shuffle. Goff played kind of bad. Goff didn't play great this game.
He's always pretty
But I mean,
he had a couple of really bad throws.
What do you mean? What criticism against one of the top-rate defense at home? Yeah, you're going to play like shit. Like it's just going to happen.
I don't know. I just think that Goff.
How do you in the same breath talk about Hall could be a good quarterback and criticize Goff against the?
I don't think Hall's good right now. I just think there's more potential for a reason to start the rookie who's bad.
Oh shit! Potential.
Bad.
Top 10 quarterback according to your rules for ranking shit. A lot of potential.
Dennis Allen was also on the call when Scanlon got tackled before the ball even arrived in the Cowboys game. He was the same head coach. He was the same referee when the Miami Dolphins got 10 flags and the Eagles got 0. He's the same guy on this one. There's just no accountability, and all they need to do is they're trying to blame Decker for not reporting. That's why when the chat blew up, I'm like, what? No, he didn't report. I was like, there is no shot in hell that offensive lineman is moving from his position without going to a ref and reporting. It is two things that you were taught. If you're gonna hold, make it less not obvious to the referee. And 2, if you're gonna go beyond the line of scrimmage, you better be a reported receiver. That's it. It's the end of discussion.
Well, why would you think if that was what happened? Then why didn't he argue more for it?
You can't do anything about it. It's
Yeah.
not reviewable. It's not changed. You can't. He can scream until he gets a 15-yard penalty, but at that point, what's the point?
Yeah.
He has nothing to do. He just has to eat it because the ref's a moron. The ref said, "Oh, it's 15 yards. We'll move on." It's crazy. I
think
wish.
what also-
Go ahead.
Sorry. What also gets lost, I think, is the fact that this is another McCarthy wonder. Like, this is the kind of stuff that will get McCarthy fired if he does this in the playoffs.
Yes.
Because if you look at the wild card teams that they could be playing if they win the division, they could be playing the Rams. They could be playing the Eagles. They could be playing the Packers or the Seahawks.
They can't be
All of
playing.
those teams have been able to keep it close against top-tier teams in the NFC and AFC. Seattle already beat Philly. The Packers have played a lot of teams close this year. So if he decides to do that same time management style in a late game against one of those teams and they lose at home,
Dude.
like they did against San Fran 2 years ago, he is getting fired.
Do you still expect the Cowboys to win anything beyond the second round?
No,
Like,
it's not. It's not that we expect it. It's McCarthy's job is on the line because they're not going to be able to get it done yet again.
And
That's the
this
problem.
is
So
This is-
basically, he's fired because they
much
won't
like with
get
the
it done
Ravens,
again.
much like with the Ravens this year, the conference is opening up to where they can actually get to a conference championship game by just simply playing their style of football. But
Do
McCarthy's
not-
coaching style is what's going to limit them from actually being.
Do not be surprised when Jim Harbaugh wins the national championship this year, heads and gets a fat offer from Jerry Jones that wants him to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Would not be. Jim Harbaugh's coming back to the NFL if he wins the national championship, which he will. I just want that on the record. He will.
Agreed.
Penix, literally Washington. Not to make this college football, but Penix can throw he was playing 13-year-old Madden of just playing 4 verts and just launching the ball. Sorry, you're not going to be able to do that when the better offensive line, the Alabama Crimson Tide, was getting ran over by Michigan. They almost even blew the game. That was crazy. Here's the thing. The next thing that I was going to talk about is there's a team that is on. I've called a lot of teams fraud. I've called Miami a fraud. I've called Jacksonville frauds. They are. Thank
You
God.
call the
he said
Eagles fraud.
Eagles are in downward spiral. They are in trouble. And I don't know if there is a parachute to save this. 5 of 6 or whatever they've dropped, or 5 of 6.
I think it's 5 of 6. Yeah.
They've there's no way the Cardinals come into Lincoln Financial and just own you. Just every shot for shot they were taking. Here's the thing. The 49ers came in and beat them, but they stole their soul. They killed them. They have not been the same team ever since. I like when Philly's good. I enjoy Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're a good team. I think they are in meltdown mode and they can't figure anything out.
I think their defense has just been awful these last several weeks. Has just been terrible.
Well, it's been awful all season. It's been awful all season.
They
It's
got the pencil chewer.
it's
as
insane.
their default.
It brought me insane joy to watch Kyler Murray show up and play like Kyler Murray does, and it's fun to watch Kyler Murray play and actually succeed against the Eagles team. I loved every second of that. I said this a couple of weeks ago, and I got met with weird looks when I was like, Eagles might be frauds, and they were. They are frauds. They're going. I think there's a shot they lose to the Buccaneers in the first round of this playoff. I think that is not off the table.
No.
I would agree for the most part, but then I remember the Saints the year they won their Super Bowl. That team was 13-0 entering December, and they dropped 3 games in a row. And everybody was like, "Well, they're frauds. They've been revealed. Look at this. We're gonna go back. All these early wins look like shit now because they were close. They were lucky. Look now, by the end of the season, they cannot put a fucking drive together." They got to the playoffs with the number 1 seed. Fucking won everything.
Here's
So-
the thing. Here's the thing. They could fall apart. They also could turn it on and win. Both scenarios are very possible for this team. Because is this team playing at its full potential? If you're telling yourself that, that's absolutely incorrect. It's just not. But are you telling me this team is just not a good team? That's not correct either. They're mismanaged, miscoached, and I guess they're maybe letting Jalen Hurts call the plays or like get I don't know, but like
I think Jalen's also playing hurt. He just doesn't
Yeah,
look
that-
like it.
he has been hurt all season long. There's that knee he has been favoring this entire time. I would not be surprised if it came out after the season that he's having knee surgery or he's getting some knee repairment. He just hasn't been 100%, and you can see it on everything. He can run, but when he gets up, he like flexes the knee a couple times. There's some tendon, there's something wrong in that knee, and you can just see it. But no, I'm saying like the Cowboys win. The Eagles are still going to have a good record, and they're still going to be that team. But it's kind of crazy where the fall from grace. But honestly, if you're going to be a team that's underperforming, like underperform now, make the playoffs, and then turn it on, I guess, and maybe not show your hand. But again, it looks like A.J. Brown's gone. I think Davante Smith was injured. Gainwell gets way more reps than they ever should. Like when Swift is there, it's just weird. I don't know. And this is their window. If they ain't getting back this year, they ain't getting back for a while because their offensive line is getting old. Their defense is young, but like clearly not good. Like Bradbury is like a liability. Like who was on the Bengals? On the
Eli Apple.
Eli Apple. Like he is just getting
Eli
cooked.
Apple.
So
I think
Eli Apple's always
they
been
miss
good.
CJ.
Like, that
you
guy
can talk about Eagles, or you can talk about another fraud that you think is in the NFL currently right now, and we can go from there.
like that it hasn't been revealed.
Well,
Or
if
that you
we're
think
gonna
going into the
classify-
playoffs is fraud. If you think
we're
it's
gonna
safe,
classify the Eagles as
you're smart blade.
I mean, I think everybody's kind of tiptoeing around this one. Like, I don't know. The Eagles look done. We're just gonna talk about frauds. I mean, the Eagles. I don't know if they like are frauds. They just gotten bad like over like last month, and we're acting like. And Nazario is like talking about this thing. Like, if they go on a run, they're gonna have to do it on the road. Like the division is lost. Like there's like I don't. I mean, unless some crazy shit happens, like is Dallas really gonna lose to Washington? Like week 18?
Maybe, boy, maybe, man. Like I wouldn't discount that idea.
I mean, they're
even
up for the
then-
second pick right now, so I don't think they want to.
Even then, the Eagles still have to go and beat the Giants, and they almost beat the fucking Rams on
I think
Sunday.
the
Like,
Giants are going to win, but that's
like the Giants could beat the Eagles, and they're probably going into the 6th seed. Even if they beat the Bucks, they're gonna have to play the 49ers in the first round, like in the in divisional. Like, come on, like
they're
they're
either playing the Niners or the Cowboys in Dallas or San Francisco.
like they're not going anywhere. Like it's over. And honestly, for all the playoff teams, is there any playoff team right now? Do we think the Eagles can beat right now?
I think they can beat the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
I think they could beat the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are one of the fraud teams out there, and I also think the Eagles could beat the Lions. I think it would be I think they would have to make it a shootout, but I think they could beat the Lions because the Lions have shown
I think the Lions
streakiness, especially against running quarterbacks. They don't do well.
I think if the Eagles get past the first round, they'll have an easier match in the second round. Like,
I
if
just
I feel if they
they're
win,
not.
if they win their first match, they probably make it to the NFC title.
okay.
What world do you live in?
Hold pause.
They're
That's
going to be
really
the fifth seed, and
that's
they're
really-
going to play the 49ers. Like that's who
really
they're.
interesting.
Oh.
They would play the Niners.
No, because
done.
because the Rams are also going to win.
Because
So
if
we'll play
the Rams win, they have to go to Dallas, and Dallas is winning every
Wait,
game in Dallas.
the Rams are higher, are lower than the Eagles.
Well, right, you're taking the Rams to beat the. Sure, if that happens, that works.
Yeah.
But if your scenario, if the Cowboys and Lions win,
I'll be
giving
honest. I'll be honest. I am assuming that both the Eagles and whoever else plays in the bottom row. If it's the Rams, if it's could be Green Bay, could be Seattle. Any of those people are gonna win a game because somebody has to play the fucking Buccaneers, right?
Mhm.
It's going to be
Yeah.
the Eagles.
So that's
The
one.
Eagles are playing the Buccaneers. That's like
The Eagles are playing the Buccaneers.
Then the Eagles get the
They can
Buccaneers,
win.
and
They
then
can easily win.
whoever is behind them, either the Rams, the Seahawks, or the Packers, somebody's taking out somebody. It's gonna be the Lions or it's gonna be the Cowboys. One of those is gonna be out,
Okay.
and that lower seed goes to San Francisco to get their ass whipped. That's why I'm saying the Eagles are gonna make it.
That's
to
fair.
the-
So you're saying the Eagles are going to go into Dallas in the playoffs and win?
Yes.
I'm not even
I
sure
don't
Dallas
think that
passes the first round, man.
Hold on. Have you watched the Dallas Cowboys over
I
the years?
have, but I've also watched the
No.
Eagles.
Shut the fuck up. Can I finish my statement before you just jump in?
Okay.
I know in Minnesota you don't listen a lot, but let's listen. If the Cowboys in the playoffs are not the Cowboys that play every other game.
I agree.
Have you watched?
Yes, I agree. I know how this works.
So you're saying the Eagles can't kick the rubber match against them?
I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying now that Dallas has the home field, I don't know if it's likely.
I mean, the
They also-
Lions are
they-
in there and
But
upset.
Dallas
Right,
also
the
played
Lions are going
Philly
to be
pretty
1-1
well
when
all
the Rams
season.
come to town too.
What?
I think Nazario was right that the Rams are taking the Lions out in the first round. I don't think the Lions are going to do anything. In this
I think the Rams will. I think we'll play in a second. Okay, that's fine. Lamar Jackson played his what's his first name? Jaden McDaniels. That might not be right. From LSU, he played his MVP game. Just got to chuck it up to people and Miami. Not even stop. Like Miami's one of the fraudest teams of all time. Like that was the 1 versus the 2 in the AFC, and it was not close. I think Buffalo wins this week. I think Buffalo wins this week. I think Buffalo wins the division.
I called that shit like a month.
You did. I don't think it's close. I think Buffalo. See, everybody was like, I saw over Twitter. Buffalo almost lost to New England. Buffalo lost to me. Yeah, it's called a look-ahead game. They're focused on Miami. They're prioritizing Miami. The Patriots came in and just punched them in the mouth, but they still lost. Like these last 2 weeks, because they knew I have the easy Chargers, I have the easy Patriots. I need all my attention on the Dolphins to win the division. They both won games. It doesn't matter how pretty it was. The Dolphins are cooked. I think I've called this for weeks, probably months at this point. I think the Dolphins are one of the most fraudulent teams in the NFL. Ooh, we have a fast receivers. Ooh, we have a quarterback that can chuck it deep. We have running backs that can run. Yeah, you know what you don't have? A fucking defense. You don't have a defense to save your life. Frauds.
I think they're both frauds, and I think the Dolphins are the better fraud team. I think Buffalo's not making the playoffs. I think Buffalo is losing out on all the tiebreakers. It's going to happen.
You're insane. I can't.
Miami's
Billy,
clinching
how
the
you
division,
doing?
and Buffalo's losing out.
Look, this is. I was looking for that because I knew he was gonna pull that bullshit. If they don't win, if Buffalo doesn't win,
I have playoff machine
if
up. I know it.
Pittsburgh
No,
loses,
we're gonna do the playoff thing on the show. So just
Okay.
wait it all out.
I'm just saying,
Um,
there's like 4 things that can happen to make them qualify to the playoffs. You're saying none of them is gonna happen.
I'm just
It's
saying.
that ghost.
I don't think that. I think
I mean,
both are.
Scully
I
literally
think both are
said FaceTime took down his Wi-Fi. Well, what kind of FaceTime is she doing? Like high definition 4K?
There's some 8K nuclear Wi-Fi up there.
Can you imagine having a megabyte speed where you can't FaceTime and like stream something?
It's like Open's Wi-Fi too. When
This
he's
is
like, "Oh, my
dialogue.
Amazon,
This is
I can't get on
This is
call."
when
They're
your
watching.
mom
Yeah,
answers the phone
I
during
remember every
dialogue.
time Boatman started to glitch up, it was because his dad put on Netflix.
Yeah, his dad's watching Amazon Prime up in the living room, so he can't play a match.
Yeah, my mom was FaceTiming. Jesus Christ, your whole house goes down because of a FaceTime. Sounds like a shitty crime drama. They're hacking into our service. I can't load anything. Mom, get off the Wi-Fi. Overall, listen, I picked him for 2 times. I was again. We all picked the Bucks. I was wrong in the Bucks, obviously. Like whatever. I should have known. Divisional game. They're gonna make it come down last weekend. Whatever. The Chiefs. We've said it all week. Like, thank God they have a kicker. Thank God they have a kicker, because that kicker doesn't kick it 5 times. Like that team, they lose again. They lose again. This team is the most impressive team ever. Like. It's hard to watch. Like really, I'm in Missouri. My son's a Chiefs fan. He's like, oh, there's another one. I was like, yeah, 3 points. Congratulations. When you get to the red zone, you want to score. You don't want 3 points. So we won't talk long on that game at all. What I was going to do is I was going to do the playoff machine for everybody. We're going to try to come to a cohesive unit. This will be fun. We're doing week 18. Yes, your picks will kind of be revealed earlier on this. That's fine. But we are still going to run it. So, again, if Scully shows back up, then it will be 4-2.
No, he said he's done.
Huh?
He said he's done.
Did he?
All right, Pete. Thank you for your service and your mom's Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know how many times.
Wow.
Okay. So we'll have to go through this. I guess 3 of us will have to agree. If not, we have to argue. There is no. Which
one is this? I use the fucking ESPN one every year.
Yeah, the ESPN one has been glitching for me for a while, but I kind of like this one, so we'll just do this one. Hold on. Hold on, I can't see. I can't. Okay, so the first game, I think it's one of the most important games. I'm leaning Steelers win this because they should rest.
Dude, Steelers, man. All I gotta say about the Steelers is that
I am inevitable.
They won't do it. They won't go negative.
I don't think. I think they're locked now. So, yeah, I think Baltimore's gonna win, even if nobody's really playing for it.
You think Baltimore's gonna win?
Yeah, I don't think this. I mean, they already have 9 wins, right? The Steelers have 9 wins.
True.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they are a winning team. They're like a winning team.
I got a question though. If the Ravens starters play for 2 quarters, do they win this game?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, they only have to play a half of football.
I'm leaning towards they play no quarters.
I agree. I'm also taking Steelers. I think that the Steelers have more to play for, and the Ravens are already they'll sit people and take the 2-week break.
I feel nobody's gonna try hard in this game, and I would say it's gonna be 9-8 because it's better for the memes. But if you guys think it's gonna be Pittsburgh, then I don't care.
So Steelers make it to the 7th. Okay, Houston and Indianapolis.
That's the game.
Definitely the Strouds. The Strouds are gonna fucking win.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston. That's a game and a half thing.
This one no one's gonna like. I'm picking the Titans. I think the Titans play spoiler. I think they upset Jacksonville at home. I just have a feeling. Will Levis just chuck it out. Derrick Henry.
Levis is out.
Huh?
I think Levis is out. I think Tannehill's
Okay, then I'm fine with Tannehill.
They're not
I don't
going.
know about that. Yeah. CJ Beathard played fire, so I don't know.
CJ Beathard, man. That
Beathard
guy's
was legit.
that guy's a former Niner. He's
Who
good.
did they play?
They played the Panthers and won like 26-0. It was 26-0. It was gross.
Against the Panthers, it should be 26.
I agree, but the Jaguars look more like the Jaguars right now with CJ Beathard last week. I'll take the Jags. I think the Jags are absolutely clinching the division and going to the playoffs. They'll get bounced first round, but the Jags are winning it.
I don't think Will Levis plays this game. Like I think Will Levis.
Titans will just take the higher pick. Like they're done.
Like, but
they're all playing for a spot. There is no taking it for a win. They're going to want to kill him.
I mean, the Titans are the only team that's eliminated.
Yeah, Titans are out.
Division. So basically, they're going to take out the head for the Jaguars. So the Colts game becomes a title.
It's the same reason the Bears are going to try to take out Green Bay.
Sure.
Yes, that is very true.
They want to send their home fans home with a win.
I just think the Jaguars are the better team, all around. I'll take the
I
Titans.
disagree.
The Titans have nothing. DeAndre's cooked, Derek's cooked.
They have Derrick Henry.
The Titans beat the Miami Dolphins in Miami.
I agree. They can get lucky. Levis had to play the greatest game of his fucking life.
Mark, who you going with?
I mean, I don't know. It's gonna have to be Tannehill, and I have no confidence in Tannehill. But I feel like we've seen Jacksonville lose a crucial Week 18 game, not that long ago. I think it was 2 seasons ago. Well, last year, but this ain't the fucking last year.
They were worse than last year's. They were worse last year's 18.
I would love for the Houston to win the division, but I don't see Tennessee winning.
I just don't see Tennessee winning.
I could see some weird Vrabel magic, but I don't think so.
Okay. I'm outvoted. Jets beat the Patriots.
I think it's the Patriots. I think Belichick wants to end his career with a home win in New England, and neither team has anything to play for. So
Okay. So we can't. Titan logic doesn't work, but the Patriots are just going to win out to drop another.
The difference is the Jaguars have something to play for. The Jets and Patriots both have nothing.
If the Patriots drop there, they have a win. They have another spot.
Belichick is not in control of his team next year. He doesn't give a shit about that. Belichick doesn't care about the pick. Belichick cares about getting another win before he's done with the Patriots.
Vrabel's not going to be with him next year either.
Vrabel's 100% got job security.
He's going to New England. He's going to go to New England.
They're looking at Josh. They're looking at Josh McDaniels like idiots, and that's what they're.
Oh my god!
That's really the report literally said the top two options were McDaniel and Flores.
You're not going to listen to Coho logic here. Coho makes no sense. They're going to
make sense on this one.
If you just keep fucking interrupting, I'm going to have Nazario kick you off the fucking show. Shut up.
I'm right.
Vrabel was inducted into the Ring of Honor. They are going to bring him back as the head coach. That is a no-brainer. You know why he's not on the list right now? Because he's still with Tennessee, you fucking moron.
They're not going to hire Vrabel.
They will.
Okay.
I am seeing some articles.
I will tell you this.
I have seen some articles
no
that
fucking way in
back up
hell.
what Coho is saying. I will say that.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
know what?
fucking
There's
way in
also
hell.
articles out there that say that multiple things of crazy bullshit. It doesn't mean it's always true. I'm saying the reason why they can't say this right now is because Vrabel is with the Tennessee Titans. That's called tampering. Moron.
You know why Josh McDaniel kept coming back to the Patriots? Because of Bill Belichick.
Oh, dear
He's
God.
not there anymore to give him a job. There's
true.
no fucking way.
McDaniels should not have this job. I agree.
There is no fucking way McDaniels goes to the Patriots.
What happens if this game's a tie?
That'd be fine. The point is the Patriots, I think, are going to try and get the home win. They're going to trade up to number one no matter what. They're trading to number one no matter what happens.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're 100%
No,
going
they're
to trade
not.
the first overall pick. They are going to
They're
do that.
not.
Tully, who wins, the Jets or the Patriots?
Patriots.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to help your odds. Like, no, there's no shot.
Belichick will win his last game and screw the Patriots out of picking a quarterback.
Thank you. That's what I said.
There isn't
And
really a
Mike
lot of
Vrabel's
logic
gonna
here,
go
but
Ohio
this
State,
does
by the
feel like
way.
something that would happen.
A tie?
Vrabel's going to go to Ohio State, not
No, he's not. Oh my God. He
Jared
wants to
Mayo.
recruit college
Jared
people.
Mayo is
You're
the
out of
new-
your mind.
Jared Mayo is the
You know
Oh,
what?
I'm good.
I think it's gonna be the Patriots, but for completely different reasons.
I'm going to vote for a tie. I'm going to be with Mark. I'm going to vote for a tie.
It's 3 for the Patriots anyway.
You guys are idiots.
I just
The
cannot
Tennessee
see
Titans
anybody.
will lose because they want a better draft pick. The New England Patriots will win
Vrabel's
because
staying with Tennessee. He wants the better pick. He's staying.
he's not staying with
He's
Tennessee.
staying.
It's not
Are
happening.
we going to spend a lot of time on this one? Because it seems
Cleveland. There's no shot that Cleveland loses this game.
Who?
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. What are we doing?
Cleveland's resting their players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cincinnati's
Could they?
crap.
Could they still lose a 6 seed? Could they lose
No.
the 5 seed? Is there
They're
any way?
locked. They are
No,
locked
they're
at
locked.
5. They are locked 5.
Okay, then they are.
No way, Joe Flacco. No way, Ninja. They're not sending any of them out there.
They're okay. Yeah, they're not.
They have lost 3 quarterbacks and Nick Chubb. Nobody's playing in the Browns.
That's a good point.
Okay, yeah. Put the
a good
Bengals.
point.
Okay, we're good. All right.
That's
I'm
fine.
putting the Bengals. There's no way. It's at. They're not. Joe Flacco might not even get on the plane. There's no way.
That'd be funny.
What?
I said that'd be funny if Flacco doesn't get on the plane. He's just like, I'm staying home.
Voldemort versus Saints.
Saints.
I know
Saints.
Voldemort.
Saints.
Yeah, Saints. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
Lions.
basically they win the division there, right? Like because
Yeah,
like,
Tampa wins the division. It's over.
kind of
Yeah.
sucks, but okay.
Lions win.
There's no way Minnesota gets any way of winning unless Lions play their third stringers and we get a miracle. So I'll go.
Hendon Hooker, 3 touchdown passes.
So what you're saying is that you were almost right about the sweep. Just
I was right, just the wrong way. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chicago.
I'm gonna go with next game. We'll skip next game for purposes. Seattle. I think the Cardinals could come out and win this, honestly, but I think they want a better draft pick. Gonna go with Seattle on that one. Anybody think different?
I think Seattle's
tell
going to
you
win, but
something.
it's close. I think
I'll tell
there's
you
some weird shit
something.
that can happen.
I think this is the kind of shit that ends up happening with the West. The Cardinals are gonna fucking take the Seahawks out of the playoffs.
It's happened
It's-
before in 2017.
It's just too mean to not happen. Like they fuck themselves because they get a worse pick, but Kyler Murray is gonna wanna fucking take the Seahawks out because it's just the nature of divisional games. When you have the bullet, you shoot the gun.
I think Pete Carroll is too good of a head coach to allow that to happen to that bad of a team.
I'd agree with that. I think Seattle's too smart.
Even if I'll say if Seattle wins, it's gonna be surprisingly close. But I don't know, man. I like the Birdie Birds.
I'm gonna use your logic here, Nazario. The Cardinals used everything to beat the Eagles
right
on week
True.
17. So
That is also true.
yeah, I'll give that.
Okay. So the Rams win this one.
Yeah.
They're gonna fall.
Well, are both teams resting all their starters since they're both
No,
healthy?
because if they lose, they could fall. They could fall out of the.
No, they're
They
locked.
could.
No,
They
they're
could fall
locked
to
in.
the 7th seed. They could fall to the
Oh.
7th.
Oh, well, I would take Rams anyway because McVay just fucking hates Shanahan.
So wait.
McVay wants to beat Shanahan.
Like the scores are random, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you click on the Niners, we win by 1 fucking point. But if you click on the Rams, they beat us by 10. The fuck?
I love that. I would go
I
Rams.
like it. And now it changes. 69.
It's still always by 10.
Now there you win by 10.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Fuck 'em,
Well,
Rams.
here, that's better. They win beat by 2. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I go Giants.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's
It's
nothing
the
that
Eagles.
makes
They
sense
almost
about
lost the last
Philadelphia right now. There's absolutely nothing that makes sense about Philadelphia.
Like they almost lost the last one. The Giants put everything into the Rams game.
Did you not hear me about the Giants going for 2, Saquon dropping it, and then a kicker missing the field goal? The Giants are not winning this game. They can try.
The
Fair.
thing
They
is,
won't.
the thing is, I know it's a popular thing. They've started tumbling. They almost won last week. Yeah, because the Rams did not take them seriously.
Yeah.
And they got caught. It happens all the time. The scenario that I would love to happen is Washington to beat Dallas. It will not happen.
That
I
would be
think Dallas,
hilarious.
I think Dallas wins.
You know,
It's on
this-
the road, though, so I think it's
I'd
funny.
say this. I think it's more likely that Washington beats Dallas than the Giants beat the Eagles.
I agree. Because it's
I
on the
agree.
road. They don't play well on the road. I think and we all know that FedEx.
Fucking Washington is a toilet. That stadium is a toilet. Like if
I think I'm going to go Washington. I think Washington.
I hope it. Like I'll tell you this: if it rains
Cool,
for
Jordan.
some goddamn reason, that game is gonna be like 5-2, and it's gonna be the Washington win.
I'm going Dallas.
I
Mark?
believe in Mike McCarthy way more than I believe in Ron fucking Rivera. So yes, going with Dallas.
River-
You know it's bad when Mark
don't
calls
know
him
if that's
Ron
true.
fucking Rivera.
All right.
What?
Uh,
what was his name? Riverboat Rivera or something like that.
Riverboat Ron,
Riverboat
baby.
Ron.
Ron.
Riverboat Ron, because he used to have Cam Newton as a quarterback. That's the only reason he ever was risky. He ain't risky anymore. I'm going Chiefs over Chargers.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Sure. I mean, I can see the Chargers winning that because the Chiefs are sitting everyone. But
The Easton stick arrows.
Yeah.
You might be
Stick
the
is
worst. You
important.
might be the worst NFL commentator I've ever heard in my life. I'm just, gonna be
I'm
honest
just
with you.
saying the Chargers almost beat the Bills and the Chiefs are sitting everyone.
Because the Bills didn't take them
The
seriously.
Bills are dog shit and fake. That's why. The Bills are bad.
You're an
No.
idiot. You're an
What
idiot.
the fuck, man?
My point proven last week.
Yeah.
I did say Broncos were going to win because their defense is better, and that clearly was the decider.
But the power of friendship Raiders are better.
I'm going to go with Broncos again. I think Broncos win.
I go Broncos.
I go Raiders.
It doesn't matter at that point.
I go Raiders.
Mark, you're the decider.
Oh, both of these teams have ripped my heart out just recently.
Both for the
Let's
power of
say
friendship.
the Raiders.
Raiders.
All right.
Now the game that's going to we'll go to this game first. I'm going to be in Wisconsin, so this will be a very sad day, but I'm going to go with the Packers. I think the Packers will win. I know the Bears could clearly win and make them lose because that would be everything for them, but I think no team that the Packers will ever get up for more than the Bears, and they're going to try to win at home. Scully, save you time, Bears.
This is our Super Bowl.
Coho,
I go Bears. I think the Bears just really, really, really want to keep the Packers out of the playoffs, and the Packers are going to do what they did last year and drop the game they need to win
I was
most.
gonna say it
Yeah.
happened last year.
so the Titans can't do that to the Jacksonville, but the Bears
No,
can.
because the Titans are worse than the Jaguars, and the Jaguars are a good team. Anyway,
They're not a good team. They're
Yeah.
very not. They will lose in the first round.
they will because they're playing the Browns.
They're going in with a subpar quarterback, man. Like that. I hate to say that about one of my own, but that's who Ryan Tannehill is right now.
Mark, who you got?
I think history is going to repeat itself. I'm going to go with the Bears.
Okay, Bears win.
There's already the deciding vote.
No, that was the
No,
decider. You
It's
three.
it's already 3 Bears. I would, you know what? It's gonna be a great game. That I will tell you.
I'm
It's
so
gonna be a
excited.
great fucking game.
It should. Be.
However, I think the Packers pull it off in the end. Like I don't think they're gonna lose at Lambeau. No. Like
All right.
the Bears could get there, but they won't.
So, my vote's Buffalo. Buffalo wins.
I vote Buffalo.
I vote Miami.
I
Oh,
voted a
Scully
month
and Coho
ago.
making picks this week. This is gonna be fun.
I voted a month ago for this, so
So overall, if the playoffs, based on our standards, would end, we would have. So Miami would drop to the 6th. They'd have to go to Arrowhead. Houston would have to go to Buffalo. Cleveland would have to go to the Jaguars. Seahawks would go to the Cowboys. Rams would go to the Lions, and Eagles would go to there. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. What was the loss that I thought was weird that could have triggered something different?
The only toss-up
I mean, the
game
Colts
I
still
see
win.
among those 6 matchups. Sorry. The only non-toss-up game I see in those 6 matchups is Browns Jags.
Well, here's the thing. If you click
I
on the
don't.
Dolphins, click on the Dolphins real quick, and you'll see what I mean. Because if the Dolphins win that game, the Bills are out.
Yeah, so that's why the Bills
And the
will not
Steelers
lose.
are in.
That's why they won't lose. Like their backs against the wall.
I just see Miami being more
course you
pissed about the loss.
I'll tell you this: the Browns will definitely beat the Jaguars,
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
and the Bills are beating Houston.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could see
Miami,
Houston
Kansas
beating
City is
them.
going to be
So
closer than
basically, for the Steelers to make it, so yes, that dictates it. But if the Steelers win, this game the Titans would have to win for them to get in.
that's saying if Buffalo wins, yes.
But yeah, Buffalo's winning.
I'm saying if that game is a lot closer than you think it is. Miami absolutely.
It's
won.
really not.
It is. Miami's the better team, and they're at home, and they're pissed about losing to the Ravens. And the Bills.
When they played the first time, was it close?
No, because they were in Buffalo. Now they're in Miami. Miami.
When they played on a
Miami's better at home.
How sure are you
They
about
lost
it?
to the Titans. They lost to the Titans at home. Don't tell me.
Will Levis played the greatest game of quarterbacks ever seen.
No,
So,
he
no.
didn't.
How sure
he
about it
didn't.
are you? Like $50?
I'm not putting money on him, Zaria. You're a freak.
God damn it, man! You
Yeah,
come
you-
here, you
have
make
some
these
weird
bold
voodoo
statements and
magic on your
shit.
back, dude.
Back it up!
No, Nazario, you put weird voodoo magic on it to make sure you win. I lose whenever money gets put on it. If I don't put money on it, I'll win.
Let's see. I'll give you 2-1 odds. How about that?
What the fuck are you talking about?
If Buffalo wins, you give me $25. But if Miami wins, I'll give you 50.
Hey.
No, I'm not doing it.
All right, let's go to the power rankings.
Oh
God.
shit. There we go.
By the way, I really think the NFL needs to do this on week 17 and 18, where the times are not decided and they just make the games the best possible. Because thank you so much. I still think, I understand why, but I still think like Miami and Buffalo should have been. I know the reason why to close it out, but they should have been the.
What the fuck?
He's not going to Ohio State. Shut up.
Okay, here we
Why
go.
would he want to
Right,
recruit?
he's
That's a
not.
miserable job.
Okay, this is the first thing I had to say right here. You say the Bills are shit and you rank them 5th.
I have to. I have to put them at 5.
Ahead of the Dolphins.
I have to put them there. The Dolphins.
No,
are
you
better.
don't.
Is somebody making you do this list? No. You're
I
supposed to do
technically
whatever
speaking,
the
you
fuck
guys are making me do this list every week.
That is true.
You created this before we started this.
This is true. I gave you my rankings once, and you're like, "This is a recurring bit. Give me the next week's list." So,
Content.
I think the Dolphins are the better team, but the Bills are on a hot streak, so I have to give them to them.
Don't you think it's cute that the
Dolphins lost
Bears
that.
are worse than the Vikings? I would disagree hardly. I think the Bears are very much better than the. I think they're better than everybody on this. Buccaneers being 18th is just crazy.
Yeah.
They all suck.
They're
The
better
Cardinals
than
at
the
17?
Jaguars.
I don't know about that.
The
And
Cardinals.
I just love
Bears should be
Kyler.
at least
I
20.
love Kyler Murray, dude. I'm fine with. I'm putting him at 17 because I love Kyler.
They beat number 11, so you know what happens.
They did, and that's why Eagles keep dropping. Eagles will keep dropping if they lose to the Giants this week too.
They won't.
How come Lions are ahead of the Cowboys? I mean, I know we all know that game was fixed.
Lions
but
are
they
Lions.
still
Lions.
Cowboys still beat them.
Yeah,
Did
but
they?
The Lions should have won by like 14.
Zebras
Sorry, the Cowboys did not beat CD Lamb. beat
The
Lions.
Lions. No,
Jeez.
CD didn't even beat them. Fucking what's his name? Dennis Allen beat the Lions. That's what happened.
It's
Don't
Brad
tell me.
Allen.
Hold on. You
Brad
can't
Allen.
tell me.
Brad Allen wasn't Dennis Allen.
Brad Allen. I thought
You-
isn't Dennis Allen the coach of the Saints?
He's
Yes.
I was like, wait.
Roll Scully, if you'd actually show up at time, we'd know some referees.
Oh,
Jack.
God.
Hey,
Yes.
why don't you take?
Yeah. Pause again.
Come on.
Pause again when you're about to say something straight. Yeah, I don't really care.
Next time again.
That's fine. All right, we're gonna go to the picks. I don't give a shit anymore. Like your takes are fucking ass. So I've known that forever.
The standings.
Yes. Just to let you know, I'm over. I've picked two teams times two, and I've lost both of those. The two most confident, I've lost them. It's just impressive at this point. Okay.
I just love that I keep taking third place and then you keep sweeping the next week. So I'm gonna end ahead of Cody. That's all I want.
Oh, you won't do that because I'm gonna win this. Well, and when we have playoffs and then we have the Super Bowl, it's gonna be a lot of stuff. Just a reminder, everybody, at least on the panel, next week starts the playoffs. So next week is the playoffs. You're going to start with a point values. Coho's going to be on his own technically because it will still work in the standings. You can just grade Scully. Coho will no longer matter in that. But it's going to be a point system. Again, there's like 14 total games. You have 14 through 1 in point value. You're going to you're going to use the points the most confident you are throughout. Once you're out of that point value, you can't use again. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. We'll put some prize on it, but who knows? This is this week's. So,
What is happening right now?
what?
There's two Scullys.
His mom's on FaceTime.
Because his mom's on FaceTime. Still the most wild thing I've ever heard in my life. FaceTime crushes your entire system. They should have taught this in like all the American Spy movies. Just get on FaceTime, block out the signal.
Our bandwidth fucking sucks.
Yeah, you think you need to pay some money for better internet. Okay. Okay, so first game on the schedule. You get times two. You get 2 times 2. Just remember that. We are going to go with Steelers-Ravens. We're going to start with Mark.
Steelers-Ravens. This is me thinking. I really do think there is a scenario where the Ravens play their starters for like 2 quarters, and that's enough.
Okay.
Tomlin already got his 9th win. Just give me the Ravens. Why not?
Okay. Scully and Friends.
Steelers.
Coho?
I said Steelers with him. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
I
Nazario.
I say Ravens. There's no way he will be 10-8. He has to be 10-7. He's gonna be 9-8.
I'm going to go Steelers. So we'll be spoiling that game. Not a shocker there. Then we're going to go to the second game. Yes. Texans and Colts. I'm going to go Texans. Does anybody have a different pick?
No.
We all think they're going to win.
Very close.
Strouds.
D'Amico Ryan wins Coach of the Year, maybe?
Probably.
Hell yeah.
Mark, Jaguars, Titans.
Will Levis is playing. I'd be with you. I'll go with the Jaguars. Don't feel super confident, but I will.
Everybody has the Jaguars, correct?
Yes.
All right, I have the Titans. I'm okay with. I've lost enough games. If I'm right on this one, this will feel so good. Screw that team. I hate them more than I hate the Bears now. Everybody have the Lions.
Lions and
They're still technically playing for the 2 seeds, so they're not going to rest. So
yeah, Lions.
Saints and Voldemort. I'm going Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saints.
Thanks.
Really?
Mark, are you going the Falcons?
No. Let's go the Saints.
Okay. Jets Patriots. I'm going Jets.
Just going our Patriots. Yeah.
I'm too. Pats. And by the way, this is the first time I used this logo.
I'll go Jets. Give me the Jets.
Thanks for having brains. Everybody's going Buccaneers, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
What is that
Wild
sound?
shit happens.
What is that sound?
That's Tokyo Drift.
That's Missouri.
There's a street right there, and there's always fucking like people doing racing and shit in front of my building.
No,
Fair. Browns Bengals. I'm going. Mark, where are you at?
If the Browns cannot move down at all, I will say the Bengals.
They can't.
Okay.
Who else has got? Everybody got the Bengals?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we can do, if you guys want me to put next to it, contingent on starters not playing.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. We're going Bengals.
I mean,
Bears Packers. I'm going Packers. I'm going to be in a Packers household. I cannot pick otherwise.
Scully and I are going Bears. No way we don't.
Okay.
I would love to pick the Bears, but I cannot see it happening. So cheese.
I was gonna pick the Bears, but Nazar's usually been the Bears whisperer, and like he just picked against the Bears.
Yep, that's true.
It's gonna be close though.
He knows that team better than Scully knows that team.
I'm still gonna pick the Bears though. Like it's way funnier if the Bears win this game.
I would be glad to be wrong, by the way. And keep fucking Justin Fields, please.
Cowboys and Commanders. Anybody gonna pick the Commanders?
Them boys.
I am gonna pick the Commanders. I am going to go with the Washington football team because it is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my heart, my want, and not my head. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I just think they pull the upset. I think it would be so funny. The other two pick Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Why you guys don't think Ron Rivera's reign in Washington is going to end with nothing but disgrace is beyond me.
Is Jacoby Brissett playing, or is he still hurt?
I think it doesn't matter. I think they just dice them up. I think they dice them up. I think they run. I think they go wild. I think they blow them out because it's probably going to be rainy. It's probably going to be snowy, and they're outside and they don't like it.
It's gonna. The funniest shit is gonna be like they're gonna be so excited.
Watch Dak get injured.
Oh my god!
Trey Lance,
He's
bitch!
so sad.
Yay! Oh, so
Cooper
you're gonna
Rush.
see like everybody's gonna be so fucking excited, like celebrating that they just beat the Cowboys and took away their shot at the title. And like 5 minutes later, Adam Schefter is gonna be like, Ron Rivera has been fired.
You know what I would love? You know what I'd love? I would love if, like, not love, but if Dak got hurt, and then they're just like Trey Lance for the Niners game to start.
They wouldn't start Trey Lance. They're gonna
No,
start
they wouldn't. They
Cooper
play Cooper Rush. But imagine both Dak and Cooper, for whatever reason, can't play, and they're like, Trey Lance has to play the 49ers in the playoffs.
and Trey Lance beats him.
That'd be amazing.
Cowboy. Mark, did you pick Cowboys?
Yeah, go the Cowboys.
Okay. I'm going Broncos over the Raiders. Yeah. Raiders or Broncos?
The power
going
of
with
friendship, Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah,
Mark?
Raiders.
Okay. I'm on the Broncos again for the second week by myself. I'm okay with that. Eagles and Giants. I'm going Eagles.
Eagles.
Does everyone pick the Eagles or does somebody pick the Giants?
I'll go with the Eagles. But
Oh, Coho switches his stripes.
No, I think the Giants are going to win, but it's if I have to pick with Scully.
Why, if you think the Giants are gonna win, did you pick the Eagles? What are you doing?
Me and Scully are combined.
Hey.
aren't we?
You want to make a bet on that one?
No, I don't want to make bets.
I'll
on
give you
anyone.
3-1. I'll give you 3-1.
That's a good bet.
That's actually that's
I'm not doing 3-1 with you, F you. Seahawks, Cardinals. We heard Seahawks from Coho. No one else spoke, so Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
I'll get in the birdie bird.
You
Red.
just want to see that happen. You don't actually
Yes.
think that's going to happen.
Give me the
But I
Cardinals.
want to see it.
I'm going to be with Missouri. Give me the Cardinals.
I'm going Seahawks. They needed
Remember,
to get into,
the Cardinals beat the Eagles and the Cowboys.
they need to get into the playoffs. What? Oh, I guess they did. You're right. They're good against bird teams. Rams over the 49ers.
Yeah.
Contingent that nobody plays.
Yeah. Even if they play, it's gonna be for a little bit. So
No, I'm
and
gonna
it's
go.
also
I'm gonna go Rams.
Like
Rose.
literally every starter you can think of is at risk for injury. Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey. Like, come on. Like,
I mean, on the opposite end too. So are Stafford and.
the other thing is that we have beat the Rams for like 8 games in a row.
Yeah, but they don't want to be the 7th seed.
Do we want to leave that streak die? Yeah, probably. Like if they couldn't get fucking McCaffrey to make a 18-game touchdown, I'm gonna pick the Rams against my better judgment. Because I think that it's gonna be like the Rams versus like the replacements or whatever.
Okay.
The fucking Washington Generals.
Does anybody pick the Chargers?
No.
And then I'm going Bills.
I'm going Dolphins.
Bills.
Nazario.
This is my 2 plus 2
Hold
on
on.
the Bills.
Hold on. We're not there yet. Mark.
yeah, Scully and Co. Where are you going with this one?
I'm going
I'm
Dolphins.
going Bills.
You guys got to agree. You guys got to end up
We
coming
have
to an
to agree?
agreement.
Okay. Because that's why I changed like 20 of my picks because we have to agree.
You have to agree. Scully does not get final say. You have made it the same amount of episodes, so you have to agree.
Just do this, Coho, and say Bills.
No, because I think the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills. I can't. This is my +2. Like if I was gonna have a +2, this is my +2. I think the Dolphins.
You would times this?
I would ×2 the Dolphins. I think this is the game I have to go for. It's this. I can't. I think it's the Dolphins.
Okay. I'm taking the play sheet away from you, and I'm calling the plays.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I think it's the Dolphins. And I would ×2 it. I think it's the Dolphins.
It's the Bills. Coho, how about this? I will give you the Giants.
I don't give a shit about the Giants. The game I want is the Dolphins. That's my #1 game of the week. Like I would give the Vikings Lions away in a heartbeat. Like I would give away all the games this week. I'm Dolphins over Bills.
Oh, Scully,
so
give it to him. It's one game. Give it to him.
But if he's got a +2 on it,
I won't do the +2. I'll let you and be in
Fine.
charge.
No. You got a +2. You got ×2 it.
I really think the Dolphins are winning ×2. Like that's my bet. Like I'd put money on it if I was going to state that bet.
$50.
I'm not betting with you. You're a psycho. I'll bet with a legal
Just
bet.
give him pennies for the rest of his life. I
Nazario,
did
I
penny
will
a day. I'd
I
give
will
him
go-
a 10,000 year. 10,000
I
days.
would go to the reservation casino where it is legal to bet before I ever made a bet with you. because I don't trust you at all.
Yeah, I told Nazario I was going to pay him a penny a day for the next 27 years before I'd give him straight $100 cash anyway. So.
Just pay his fancy dues.
All right, Mark.
Okay. So
Because we're going to end up flipping a coin at some point for this if we don't get an agreement.
I'm not
I mean,
bullshit. I think it's the Dolphins.
And then I'm gonna make a rule where Scully gets to lock one in for 2 points, and then Cole gets to lock one in for 2 points, because that's how crazy I am.
All right. I'll be honest. I kind of want to still shoot for number one here. I'm going to take whatever they don't take.
I like it. That's a smart move. 5, 4, 3, 2.
They are
1.
taking number 9 over 5. The hell?
Coho, your pick.
I'm picking it.
No, your pick.
Oh, my pick. I Dolphins over Bills.
You're taking the Dolphins, right?
I'm taking the Dolphins over the Bills. I'm +2.
Scully, your pick?
For +2,
Yes.
I'm taking the Bears +2.
That's what I absolutely would also pick. I would take those two for the +2s.
So, okay, so your agreement, the Dolphins are going down as your pick. Okay.
All right.
Only trust me if I'm wrong.
Let's go, Bills. All right.
If I'm wrong, I really think it's the Dolphins this week.
And then they've already locked in their times
if the
2.
Dolphins lose, I am planting actual meth in your house so you can look like Walter White for real.
You are
The
alive.
funniest thing is that
Say my name.
even if I'm wrong, which I'm not, but even if I am, and the fucking Dolphins win, you just rejected $50.
That's true. So the Dolphins and Bears are Scully and Coho's times 2s. Nazario, you're times 2 on the Bills, correct?
Oh yeah,
And then who's your other times 2?
the Strouds.
Oh, okay. Mark, I see a scenario that would work out in your favor if you did it, but I'm not going to tell you what to do.
I know exactly what it is.
Oh. I see.
I mean,
Okay, well, I'll get one out of the way because I've talked shit about Ron Rivera this entire. Give me the Cowboys times 2. That'll be one.
I'm okay. I'll tell you after. But go ahead. And then what's
them
your
boys?
Yeah, give me, and you know what?
I almost want to do a live stream with Coho watching this.
Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills times 2.
I'm really surprised you didn't change your pick to the Packers and times that by 2 and did just have 4 straight against them, and that's like the lock. Okay, and then my picks. Who knows? This is going to go terribly because I can't pick anything. Oh, what do I pick? I'm going to go back to the well. I'm going to go Chiefs times 2. And then I am going to go
Take the
Buccaneers times 2. Because they're playing the Panthers, and if they don't win, fuck it. Let them out of the
Take the Titans +2 since you're so confident.
I mean, I'm not that. Listen, I'm not Coho. I just want to see. Listen, there are bits and there are stuff that I do. I hate the Jacksonville Jaguars at this point. I want Jacksonville to lose, so I will root for the Titans. If they lose, whatever, but I want them to win. So that's the show for this weekend. By the way, can we just talk real quick? That sexy play action pass by Joe Flacco on Thursday night was just things of beauty. Like, Flacco! By the way, we'll end it with this. Not a top seed. You can't pick a top seed in the NFC or AFC. Who is your surprise dark horse to win it all? Mine, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
The story, give me Flacco, give me riding that team. I want, in the worst way, for the Lions to take on the Browns in the Super Bowl because it would be epic.
I want more
Cohen.
than anything. I want more than anything for it to be the Browns and the 49ers, and Flacco beat the Niners with two different teams in the Super Bowl. But my pick is the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be sneaky in this playoff.
Scully.
It's the Bills.
Oh, the Bills. Okay.
I called the Bills Niners as the Super Bowl week 1.
They're
So,
plus. They're plus 800 to win at all.
I don't know.
I did lock in some money on a bet for a team out of the AFC at plus 300. And two people on the show know how much I put on certain bets. It's a good amount, so we will see.
So what you're saying is a group trip to Disney if you win.
Good old $5,000.
Hey,
I agree with Coho.
bitch won bet 50.
Coho's not the one betting.
I know.
You didn't ask me for a bet.
That's true.
I agree with
I already
Coho.
lost.
I think the Rams are peaking at the right time. I think Stafford is playing at an MVP level right now in a year where quarterbacks are down. I think he's not getting enough attention for what he has done for this team. Kyron Williams is playing like essentially what Todd Gurley was like when he was with the Rams. And, no one talks about this, but Kobe Turner is the best rookie defensive tackle in football right now.
And I mean,
He is outplaying Jalen Carter, who is like minus 450 to win the Rookie of the Year, which for some reason. Kobe Turner is looking like a young Aaron Donald right now. You mix that with a lot of other young guys on that defensive side, and the Rams could do what the Niners almost did to the Rams in 2021.
And
Where they beat them in the
Puka
regular season finale, and then play him again in the NFC Championship.
you can make a case for Puka Nacua for Rookie of the Year too. Like it'll be Stroud, but you can make a strong case for Nacua as well.
I mean, with Stroud, with the game Stroud has missed, you could make the case for Puka, but at the same time, I think that speaks more to what Stafford has been able to do with them.
Yep. Mark.
Yeah, I think there's very high potential for one of the greatest playoff games ever when the Baltimore Ravens have to play the Joe Flacco-led Cleveland Browns.
That'll be so fun.
Like the Cleveland Browns are the one team that has a shot at beating the Ravens. And what's going on and like the conversations that are obviously going to take place after this offseason if Joe Flacco wants to stay. Like it's like
Joe
nobody
Flacco.
wants to go to the Browns.
No, I bet he gets a nice contract for it.
$1 million owed to Deshaun Watson next year. $63 million.
You would think.
Now,
Flacco-
to be fair, a healthy Deshaun, he was not healthy this season, clearly. I'm not saying that he's not going to be good, but I'm saying with a healthy shoulder, who knows?
That's
Also,
$1
like,
million.
What
That's
is
$1
wrong
million.
with you?
That's
Oh,
$1
man.
million.
I'm saying the
man
truth.
has-
You would
The
think
man
Joe
is
Flacco is
trash.
the comeback player of the year.
He's
You
not
would think-
trash. He's not trash.
Deshaun Watson is trash.
You would think.
Deshaun Watson is getting $1 million for every masseuse he has ever wronged in his life.
Jesus Christ. I would think Flacco would be the comeback player of the year, but the award has DeMar Hamlin's name written on it just for being alive. So it's
Like-
going to DeMar
And
Hamlin.
He already got his
coming
award.
back
He
and
got
coming
the
back
NBA.
and
I'm gonna
and
say
costing
something
them a
bad.
game because he was the 12th man on the field.
I'm gonna say something bad. The only reason I guarantee you, the Buffalo, if DeMar Hamlin had not if that had not happened, DeMar Hamlin would have been cut in July.
Probably.
Correct.
Probably.
Correct.
Well, here's also the thing. He got
he's
his
only on
prize.
that team to receive medical benefits, and yes,
He
that
got
is
the
a
prize.
huge win for the Bills. But
You know what? Bill Russell's jersey gets hung in the rafters places. DeMar Hamlin's gets in the back of a ambulance. No other player gets that. He owns the ambulance. Hats off to him. We'll see you next week for wild card predictions, wild card playoffs. Should be fun. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.